Item Number 4327 Security Level 2 Containment Class Neutralize Special Containment Procedures. The remains of SCP-4327 are to remain in Site-64K Biological Storage Locker. All individuals who have witnessed SCP-4327 before, after, or during its neutralization has been interviewed and amnesticized. The location where SCP-4327 was neutralized is to remain closed to the public under the Class 33 cover story Endangered Species Nesting Ground. Description: SCP-4327 is a massive congregate entity resembling a Cancer productus. The entity measures 25.3 meters wide and 25.1 meters in height. Despite violating the square cube law, SCP-4327 is fully capable of supporting its own weight. It possesses an extremely slow metabolism, only requiring nutrition once every 2 years. SCP-4327's diet is mainly composed of large quantities of shoaling fish and humpback whales. It largely remains below the ocean surface, commonly below a depth of 120 meters. At random points throughout the year, SCP-4327 will move onto land for several hours before returning to the sea. The behavior of SCP-4327 is largely similar to that of non-anomalous Cancer productus. SCP-4327's anatomy is an exact replica of the Cancer productus, save for the scale. Addendum 1. Discovery. SCP-4327 was first documented in June of 1902 by Mikhail Uthov, captain of the Imperial Russian battleship Knyaz Vorovov on the coastline of southwestern Korea. A Foundation translated journal log was written by Mikhail partially detailing SCP-4327. Thursday, 5th, Jeonnam-do, Korea. I come to report my findings of a magnificent creature, a beast larger than anyone has ever seen before. More than twice as large as our own vessel. I saw it with my own eyes from my ship, red in color and with massive claws. I signaled my crew immediately, and by then it has already disappeared. I gravely regret I will never see such a sight again in my lifetime. Saturday 7th, Jeonnam-do, Korea. I am unsure of what I have seen today. I may have possibly been on the shortest distance from the creature than any have been before. We anchored our vessel off the coast and a whale came by. Suddenly, the whale was rapidly pulled down. In less than 8 seconds, I lost sight of that beast, and it vanished below the sea. 30 seconds later, pieces of the whale floated to the surface, along with the water being stained by blood. I firmly believe this was the work of the creature I had witnessed days earlier, and while I do not have witnessed it with my own eyes today, no other creature could have possibly done this. Sunday 8th, Port Arthur, Russian Dalian. My stenographer has done the duty of reporting my findings to the Korean government. He also reported it to the local governments of Japan and the Brits. If the beast can take down a whale in less than 10 seconds, there is no telling what it could do to a ship. The least we could do is warn others of a possible threat, but given they will all likely believe this encounter as some mystical sea monster tale, I doubt any will listen. The following is a received telegram from the officers of the Tunguska Oblast. Large carnivorous beast spotted at 34.803078, 126.242000. Caution advised when in area. Current whereabouts unknown. Addendum 2. IJAMEA Discovery. SCP-4227 was discovered again by the Imperial Japanese Anomalous Matters Extermination Agency. On the coastline of Jeollanam-do, personnel attempting to terminate the entity, but were unsuccessful, largely due to the lack of manpower and equipment. Most of the following was currently located on mainland China due to the outbreak of the Second Sino-Japanese War. The following is a translated report filed by IJAMEA operatives after the attempt of termination was made. Termination Report. October 12th, 1937. Base camp was created near the location of the so-called sea monster in Chosun. Creature appeared from the sea and began wandering the seaside. Strike Team was immediately alerted to the entity's presence. The entity did not appear to react to being fired upon with a barrage of bullets. The entity did react upon being hit with the one artillery cannon at our disposal. The creature did not appear to hold hostility against us. It continued to wander, seemingly ignoring us until we fired an artillery shell onto it. After being hit with an explosive, the being began to retreat to the water. Due to the lack of vehicles or watercraft at our disposal, we were unable to pursue the entity after this short engagement. We remained on location for the remainder of 2 days after this event. During the nights, the ground shook and vibrated every so often. However, our scouts could not locate this entity, even during the brief vibrations. Despite our failure in terminating this being, we had captured a number of photographic evidence proving its existence. Hopefully, in the inevitable day in which our wars against Chinese came to an end, we can end this creature for good. Addendum 3. Neutralization. SCP-4327 was successfully neutralized by the Turkish Brigade, a member of the United Nations Command during the Korean War. It was discovered inadvertently by the advancing infantry battalions moving north towards the city of Seoul. Recorded log. Date: October 12th, 1950. The footage begins on a 35mm handheld camera. The videographer is sitting on the top of the tank turret of an M36 tank destroyer in Turkish service. Although sound is present in the footage, is unintelligible due to poor audio quality. 11 seconds. The vehicle comes across a fork in the road. It turns left. Several troop transport trucks behind the tank follow. 3 minutes 42 seconds. The landscape transitioned from rice fields to a cliffy coastline. The tank's commander's hat opens, revealing the lieutenant colonel of the advancing army. Identified as Lieutenant Yundus. 10 minutes 56 seconds. All vehicles have moved down from a hill and moved into the coast. SCP-4327 is present on the beach. Light signals to stop immediately to the vehicle convoy. 11 minutes. Soldiers on troop transport began to disembark and form a defensive perimeter on the sand. The entity is subsequently fired upon by the infantry. 11 minutes 24 seconds. A tank shell strikes SCP-4327, hitting the entity's left forward leg. SCP-4327 stumbles but recovers after several seconds. 11 minutes 53 seconds. Another tank shell fired from the hilltop hits SCP-4327, hitting the upper carapace. SCP-4327 begins to attempt to retreat into the ocean. 11 minutes 57 seconds. The entity is hit by another shell in the back right leg. SCP-4327 collapses entirely and attempts to recover, but is fired upon again by a decently calibrated artillery cannon. 12 minutes 19 seconds. SCP-4327 attempts to stand, but is unable to. A shell hits SCP-4327 near its left eye. A fluid believed to be hemolymph begins to leak from its eye. 13 minutes 37 seconds. The legs of SCP-4327 no longer move. The entity pincers and head move slightly. The underside abdomen is now leaking unidentified fluid profusely. 14 minutes and 9 seconds. More than 10 craters are visible in SCP-4327 carapace. Another shell hits SCP-4327 between its eyes. 14 minutes 38 seconds. SCP-4327 is believed to have ceased motor function at this point. 15 minutes 24 seconds. Nitic signals to stop firing. The soldiers are seen approaching the corpse of SCP-4327. The recording concludes shortly afterward.